All right, let's get started. We'll start with a magic ring. We'll go ahead and chain one, and after that we'll go ahead and start with 7 single crochets. Fasten it with a slip stitch, and let's place a marker there so we know where to stop. We're going to chain one, then in the same stitch we're going to do 1 and 2, then the next one 2 again, and 2. That gives us 4. Third stitch 2 more, 1, 2. That gives us 6, and again the next one. We're going to repeat this all the way to get here. It's going to be 14 stitches in total. Now we're going to go ahead and slip stitch in this first stitch. We never count the slip stitch. So I'm removing the marker, and see how we chain one. We don't go on this one, we go on that one. And there we go. Now we'll place the stitch back in here. Chain one. Okay, so let's go ahead and increase on the same stitch here. So we chain one, now let's increase in here. We go 1, 2, then increase again, 1, 2, got 4 in here, then here is a regular single crochet. Let's repeat this pattern all around. All right, so we got 5. We're going to repeat this pattern again. So we got 1, then 2 in the same hole. Repeat 1, 2. Now that's just the next one. We're just gonna do 1. That is a total of 10 stitches. Repeat 1 and 2. So now repeat again, 1, 2, then 1. We have 15 stitches. Repeat again. We go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. We got 20 stitches. Repeat once again. 2, 'So we have a total of 24 stitches. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove the marker to slip stitch to close this circle. that same marker, place it in here, chain 1. All right, so we went ahead, chain 1 in the same stitch here that we did our slip stitch. We're gonna do an increase. So we got 1, 2. Now we're gonna do single crochets in the next 2 stitches. 1, 2. So we got 4. Now increase. Again. Now we're doing single crochet twice. 1 in here, 1 in the next one. Increase. Then single crochet in the next 2. Increase. Single crochet in the next 2. Increase. Single crochet in the next 2. Increase. Single crochet in the next 2. Now we're going to do it all the way down here. There'll be a total of 32 stitches. So come on. There we go. I ran out of yarn, so we'll have to. We're gonna do a slip stitch in here, then chain 1. Now the main thing, we're gonna be crocheting on the top loop only to create this part. All right, so first loop here in the front only of the V. So if you see the V, it's only gonna be right here. We're going to single crochet. This may be one of the worst times to run out of yarn, but it is what it is. I use scrap yarn for these projects, so don't mind me. Back loop. Just single crochet all around. Always hide the details as you go. Otherwise, projects do not look as seamless. You could do it when you are at the end, but I find that's such a waste of time. Just do it right now. It honestly looks better. All right, there's pretty much hidden here. Now let's go ahead and crochet all around, only in the front loop. All right, I'll finish up in here and I'll meet you guys right here. All right, I am doing the last stitch before the slip stitch. Let's move our marker and slip stitch right here. All right, so I slip stitch in this one. We're gonna be starting these squares. It's very simple, really, so let me show you guys how to do it. Now we're here. Let's go ahead and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so we got here. The main thing here is that we're gonna be skipping these 2 stitches. So loop, skip this 2 on the 3rd one, pull another loop. This is how it's gonna look. You're gonna pull through 2 loops, then grab another one, turn over, and pull through the rest of the 2 loops. Now let's go ahead and chain 2. Yarn over, skip 2, and this one we'll put through here. So this is how it looks. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. Now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over, skip 2, pull through. This is how it looks. Yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, chain 2, yarn over, skip 2, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again, chain 2, yarn over, skip 2, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So we're going to be repeating all this pattern until we have 2 more stitches left. All right, so this is where we are right now. We don't count this one because it's still a slip stitch. We're going to chain 2. And the main thing here is that we're not going to stitch anything here or here. We're going to count 1, 2, and in the 3rd one, we're going to be using the V, not the back loop, but the V, like so. It can be a little bit tricky. Like this. And we're going to slip stitch this one. That way it is a seamless look. Otherwise, it's just going to look bulky. We're going to chain 4 again. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we chain 4, yarn over, skip 1, 2, and now we're gonna go right here, pull through 2 loops, and then pull through 2 loops. All right, so now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over, skip 2, pull through the hole, pull through 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, chain 2, yarn over, skip 2, pull through here, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And we're going to repeat that all the way around until we have 2 stitches left. All right, so this is where we are right now. Let's chain 2, 1, 2. We're skipping those 2 stitches. And the main thing, we're gonna slip stitch into the 3rd one. So 1, 2, 3. And this is how it's looking so far. We're gonna repeat that 2 more times. So we'll go ahead and single crochet in each stitch. All right, have 1 more stitch before the slip stitch. It is a bit tricky, but once you get the hang of it, you're fine. Let's do a slip stitch in here. Now we're chaining 4. And we're repeating everything we just did here, including this part. So we're doing 4 rows of this and then a single crochet in every single one. All right, so we are on the last stitches. So we go 1, 2, 3, and in here we're going to slip stitch. Go ahead and single crochet in each stitch. Over here we have done a slip stitch, a chain 1. Most important at this point is where we did our slip stitch, we're gonna pull through a loop. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Only now on the front loop only, we're going to pull a loop, then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and repeat. Front loop only, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and so on until you get your desired length. Now for me, I prefer mine to be pretty tight, so I did about 23 of these in total, but you can make them tighter or longer, whichever is your preference. Just remember, the tighter you make it, the more you can pull down the top of your sleeve. For me, I personally don't mind, but some others might. Just remember, this is a scrap yarn project for me, but if you do want to make yours much longer and you have the yarn for it, go ahead. All right, so now that we're here, I did 23 in total. You'll notice here in the front, it is perfectly seamless. For the back, now we're gonna fasten it where we started our circle. I usually don't have a way of fastening these. I just try to make it as seamless as possible, but you do you, I'll meet you in the next part. All right, so now we have our magic circle here. Make sure it's nice and tight. Let's go ahead and hide that tail. I go ahead and place my needle first and then put my leftover tail through the little hole and pull. That way I have a more seamless experience. Otherwise I tend to snag a lot on my yarn, especially t-shirt yarn. So I went ahead and pulled it and did that a few times until I made sure the yarn was not gonna get loose. Once I was done with that, I went ahead and cut it, and that's it. That's all I did. The final product. It is sturdy, cute, has a handle, and you don't even need a coaster with these. It has a built-in one. This is a perfect scrappy project, and I hope you like it. Until next time.